Okay, guys, going in here to this breaking shad, and basically the rules on this are as follows. You want to catch as close as you can an American shad weighing around, I think 1.3 pounds or 21.1 ounces. Uh, you have to use monoline. You can jig for them. That's extremely difficult. Most people are doing the float rods. I think this is the fifth time I've did it again. Kind of look at your rewards. The jig head would be nice. I don't think I have the 3.0 jig head. I'd have to look in my inventory. So that's kind of a unique pickup as well as a good thing to target. If you got lucky enough, you could get that X series crayfish. Again, that's the only way you can get that. Now the frog and the single spoon, obviously, you can pick up just doing missions along the way in Fishing Planet. So again, this will be breaking shad. I've caught as many as, I'll go ahead and show you guys some marks. I started the stream a second when it didn't pick up, but various baits, hook sizes range. Again, spawn sack, shrimp, small minnows. Caught several on shrimp. Now you will have smallmouth bass and that sort of thing, and then the other marks, natural eggs. I think spawn sack again. So again, I've caught as little as two in this thing, as many as eight. Closest you can get to 1.3 pounds, as you can see by the leader there. I think that'll probably be a tough one to beat. Again, this is not most of the exciting competitions. You can, set your leader anywhere from probably 15 to 30 inches would work. Again, I've seen the bite rate vary, but one thing I will stress on this is if it gets slow, you can try hooks anywhere from, number 10s to as high as 14. Number 10, number 12, number 14. If you find something better that works, let me know. Again, this thing can get slow, but I wanted to post this up. Like I said, the most reward I'd be going for to try to keep practicing this one would be just to try to get that crayfish. This is one that it should be just a lucky draw of the hat, so to speak. But if you can get to where you can catch, 6 or 8 of these things, I think that would be beneficial for you. And I've never been skunked in this thing, but I said I've caught as little as two. So again, I want to say fun factor, I would probably only give this one a two. Definitely not more than a two for a fun factor on this one. This one can get slow too, but again, if you kind of go along all those markers, if any of you guys that hasn't played in this, and just kind of rotate. Also, somebody else had said sea worms or one of those might work, but I'll just rotate out and again not give too much bait one time. I'll try a couple of these markers over here. If I don't get a bite fairly quick, then I'll usually rotate. Again, just try to keep hitting different markers, and hopefully you'll get anywhere from 2 to 8 of them. Even if you can get 5 of them, you can just get a chance at least. Okay, 1.9. We're not horrible, but again, we're 0.6 over, so that's only in 7th. Again, you can cast right back there, but you can see just by simply switching your bait, sometimes that might do the trick. Again, try not to give one's place too much time. As you can see, that I caught one there, but again, I'll get as little as 2. I keep repeating myself, but as little as 2, as many as 8. Don't give too long at one spot. Again, rotate through small minnows, spawn sack, natural eggs, sea worms I heard work as well. Shrimp for me sometimes gets hot, but you have a lot of smallmouth bass here at Naharan, so be aware of that where you're casting. You can pick up things you don't want as well. And again, this can get slow, but you have enough spawn points and I put up enough markers, it should help you guys if anybody's never played in this and wanted to try on my friends list. It's something to give a try if you guys ever see this rotate out again. Just go between Rubble of Old Times. This spot's kind of tricky. Basically, that's where we were just casting. Now, just so you don't get lost where these other markers are, you just come right up over here. Now, again, just because I have these 3 markers don't mean you can't catch them like over in here, but there's a lot of fish activity right here, so I found this spot to be hot. And again, small minnows, you could pick up smallmouth bass as well. But again, I think for me in general, if I rotate baits, I seem to catch a few more of these things. And obviously, the kind of like lotto fishing, if you can't, you're going to increase your chances each time you roll the dice, so to speak. So that's kind of what you're doing when these lucky tournaments is rolling the dice with RNG. So that's kind of the way I look at it, is try to catch as many as you can, and hopefully the number will hit eventually. My friend Gen X Josh and I and John played in a lucky ghost carp competition earlier, and the goal on that was a 30-pound carp, and my friend Josh caught one, I want to say 29.1 pounds. Was in second place for the longest time, and I think he ended up taking 7th or 8th, which was crazy. I mean, that was crazy close as far as being close to the 30-pound mark, and so those heartbreaking things will happen to you. So also kind of in the past, like I'd said, in my 1x1 comp, if you guys watch that as far as quick setting and that sort of thing, that'd be definitely beneficial for you guys to kind of watch what I was doing there, and I might put a clip together. Also in this situation, if you're not getting a bite, go a little deeper, a little shallower. I'm actually going to go just a little deeper. Probably don't want to go deeper than that. And again, switch your baits around. Cast back out. You only get 30 minutes, so it's going to go quicker than you think. We're in 9th with 1, but we should be able to get a lot closer than that. Again, also play with your hook sizes. I'm going to try this hashtag 10, but you could also pick it up with a 12 or probably even a 14. Again, I quick set that, if you notice what I did there, just to save myself those critical extra seconds you might need. 1.7. They did bite on shrimp again, but I'm going to go ahead and keep rotating. See if I can get a couple here. And that was at 32 inches. Again, remember saving time in between all these pause if you need to save you a few more seconds. Again, ideally, if you can see what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to cycle through baits and get at least 2 from each spawn point and give the other spot a little time to rest, so to speak. So basically, I'm gonna try a 4 bait rotation. And you guys bouncing in and out. I'm just doing the breaking shad comp. We've already caught 2, and it's actually the closest you can get to 1.3 pounds or 2.1 ounces. Shrimp work. Caught one on shrimp already. Spawn sack, natural eggs, sea worm. Also, you guys can see the peak. It should be a good peak, really, but it's cloudy. Again, keep in mind, minnows, you might pick up even crappie, so I think that's what's playing with it now, maybe. And it's looking like we're only on a pace for about a 4, so keep making moves. Again, I've caught them as low as 20 inches. Maybe I'll split it in the difference here, go like 25, and see if that helps anything. Change baits again. The previous 2 runs I did all hashtag 12s, all hashtag 14s run before, and I think I did even 8s once. So I'm trying 10s now just to see if it's just random on hook size as well. Again, on the fun factor, I wouldn't give this one probably more than a 2. If you had a hot run, I guess, where you're catching plenty of fish, it'd be more exciting, guys. So again, I post this stuff up just to kind of show you how these things play out. Decide if you want to play for it. Play if you think the reward's worth it, and figuring it out. Again, I'm just giving you basics on that just to help you guys out. So with all my videos, you'll get marks and just basic strategies to kind of help you guys along in the game. Again, for an entertainment value, I wouldn't rate this one very high at all. Again, in these comps, you guys are going to see that this does get frustrating. Um, I know these things can get slow, but at times it just seems like there's nothing biting. Over halfway through, and I think we've caught 2. And we're right in that same range again. At least they're not getting bigger. We need to go smaller. Well, so we've caught 2 at 1.9 and 2 at 1.7, so maybe a 12. 12 might be a better option. I've ran a 12 before though, and I still haven't got I've got a 1.4, and I think I got a 1.3 once, but it still didn't get me. As you can see, the guy at the top is .000 or .006, so that's it's damn near a perfect fish. The number you see to the side again, you guys that played in these comps, that's just a tiebreaker. That's the biggest shad he's caught. Again, since there's two spots, you give yourself a time allotment. Just go back and forth again from Rebel Old Times to another Rocky Blue. And just as you go, I'm kind of trying to keep a note, look at the fish keeper and see. Spawn sack, sea worms, and shrimp. All three. Also, we went as low as 20 inches and as deep as 32. So there's a good range. You guys can play with that on your own. Maybe you'll find the money spot or the money range, so to speak. Again, this is a slower run. Again, I've got 8 of these once before, and I got that 1.3, but it just still wasn't. Looking at that, you guys can see now that the guy at the top also has somebody else that's caught one the exact same weight. So uh, the tiebreaker for the one guy, he's got a bigger one. So you got .006. Two people have the same fish, and that can happen in this. I'm actually just going to throw over here and let it float to the other marker and see. Maybe we'll pick one up. Oh no. You guys didn't see that. Also, again, you guys, I like to look in here just to kind of see how many people's having luck or not. You got a guy that's caught 2 fairly quick. Another guy's got 1, 2. So a little bit of a hot spot. We had a hit there and it didn't take it. With that being said, this run seems to be a little slower because I'm going to actually see if switching the hook out helps any. And let's take that to 30 inches. And you guys are going to have to make all these adjustments on your own. Again, this one, I know this could be painful to watch at sometimes, but again, I just try to put up a little different tutorial than some other guys might. Again, just if anything, you can fast forward through this and say, okay, yeah, definitely don't care about this comp. And then some of you guys might like it. So again, I put a diverse group of all these comps up, pick out which ones you like and which targets you're wanting to go for in your X Series gear. So hopefully this helps you guys out. Holy moly, though, this one's slow. Miserably slow. And you guys tuning in to watch this. This is the most boring comp ever again, but I promise I put this up on the channel, try to help you guys out. I've caught 3 of these things. You got to get the closest you can to 1.3 pounds. You can see there's 2 guys that's got pretty much a perfect fish towards the top there. You want to rotate small minnows, natural eggs, spawn sack, shrimp, sea worms. Uh, all 4 or 5 of those baits seem to work. And I think in my keep net I got 1 on shrimp, 1 on sea worms, and 1 on spawn sack. So there's basically just 2 spots. I shared the marks at the beginning for any of you guys that are curious about coming in and playing breaking shad. It is not for fun factor. I give it maybe a 1, 2 tops. I guess if you were in here catching 12 or 14 of these things, it might be a little more fun for a 30-minute allotment for the comp. It's not too thrilling, I will say. Again, there's really only 2 good spawn points. You just come back and forth between these 2. As you can see, the kill feed, so to speak, there's not very many people coming in, or not very many people catching in here. I'm doing the breaking shad for you guys. As coming in here in conclusion, you guys can look for the marks, but basically you want to just run 20 to 30 inch deep on your bobber. Hooks anywhere from probably number 8s or hashtag 8s to 8 to 14. I've tried 10s, 12s, 14s, and this is the 4th time I've did this. I've caught as many as 8 in this thing, as little as 2. I've got 3 right now with 3 minutes to go, but this is definitely one I probably wouldn't recommend for fun. Again, the only reason you'd really want to do this is hopefully you can come in and get lucky and you can pick up one of the X series. Just with that one perfect fish you can catch. And it doesn't appear, even NASCAR looks like he's probably had a decent 6 or 7 fish run here, but yet he's still not on the, hasn't got one lucky one. That's what happened to me before too. One time I came in here, I think I got 6 of them, and I didn't get one of them under 2 pounds. Oh, 0 stars. Yeah, Josh, I told you before I went into this thing, I just wanted to get this one off the checklist. Again, and I bet it'd probably be one that has the littlest of views as well. So, again, this is just kind of a different way for me to put these up here for you guys. And if anything, it saves you can get everything at one time. Decent hook size, bait selection, spot rotation, that sort of thing, as well as markers. So that's kind of what I put these things up. Again, I think I put 6 marks up for you guys, and it definitely slow. Slow is an understatement. Some of those panfish tournaments, they can be fun because you're catching a bunch of fish, but this one here, they should have accelerate the bite rate or something. If you come in here and catch 15, 20 fish, and, let's say 30 minutes or a fish every 2 minutes, at least that gives you something to look forward to. But when you're just staring here at your bobber, wow. I don't know where the thrill comes in on this one at all. And I've played in some boring comps lately, but this one here is right up there with the... At least if you get dead legged casting for trout or something, at least you're working a lure, so you feel like you're doing something. But this one, I can tell you, I definitely don't recommend it either. And the cool thing is, there's between the jelly crayfish, the Irish crayfish, the glow crawl. There's so many other options if you need a pairing. But like I said, just looking at the rewards list, that would be the only one. And maybe the 3/4 3/0 bass jig looks like it'd be alright as well. I don't think I have that one. I'd have to look at my inventory. But the rewards, other than that, I really wouldn't see. In closing, guys, I'll show you my net here real quick after this. But actually, I'll just pull it in now. It's so miserable, I don't care. Again, in the conclusion of Breaking Shad, guys, I had just natural eggs, shrimp, spawn sacks, sea worms, large minnows all work. As you can see, I've caught 3, all on different baits. If this helps you guys out any, again, you're looking for that 1.3 fish. We're a little over. So anyway, I hope you guys take care and enjoy. Actually, I wouldn't enjoy this one at all, but if anything, I went through the misery for you guys, and I hope this somehow helped you out in one way or the other. I'm going to go ahead and even finish this. It was that miserable. I will be streaming at some point. I got a few more of these to pick up. I don't know. I already did those 2. I probably tomorrow I might do the saltwater giants. Looking at the schedule here, I don't think I've put that one up yet, but I will probably put that one up. That one's actually can be fun as well. So anyway, take care. And this is Breaking Shad. I do not recommend this one.